I am on page 200 in the textbook, and we're looking at lesson 6.3, identify key features of a graph. So I want to just go through examples of each of these. There's really not a lot of math to calculate. We just are looking at some of the definitions of terms that relate to graphs. So the first thing on page 200, and let me just, for my own reference, put that page number up here. And I'm just going to define the terms as we go. You can skip over these if you don't want to write the definitions, but you need to know these definitions. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the concept of intercepts. And we've been using this term for a good while now. But let's make sure that we understand the x and y intercepts of a graph. So I'm going to sketch a coordinate plane. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And I think I'm just going to copy that so that I don't have to do it again. And we'll put it over here for use in just a minute. So go ahead and sketch yourself two coordinate planes. And this first one, before we graph it, let's write the definition of the x-intercept. So the x-intercept is the x-coordinate of a point where a line crosses the x-axis. And that is the definition of the x-intercept. And let's draw a line to illustrate this concept. And wouldn't you know, I have my graph all messed up here. So let me try to scoot it over just a bit so it's lined up. And let's put a line, a vertical line right. Actually, let's do a function, not just a vertical line. So let's draw a line about right here that extends up here. So something like this. Doesn't have to be perfect. It needs to be, my graph needs to be a little bit more perfect than that. So, because I want it to cross at a certain point. Okay, that's close enough. So let's draw a point right here. And would you agree with me that this line is crossing the x-axis at that point? And the point is going to be an ordered pair. It is going to be x of 2 and y of 0. So the x-intercept for this point is right here. It is the positive 2. So we would say that the x-intercept is positive 2. And then a y-intercept, let's define that right here. So a y-intercept is going to be the y-coordinate of a point where a line crosses the y-axis. And I think I'll just use a similar line down here. Goodness gracious, I've made a mess of my graph. Let me scoot that over and I will fix those words. I should have just waited and drawn the coordinate plane when I was ready, but that's okay. I want to use a similar line. It won't be exactly the same, so let me change the color. And let's let it go this way. Okay, that's close, but not quite. Oh, that's way off. All of those would work. I'm just trying to get a very clear point. Let me try something. If I hold that down, nope. Let's try it on select mode. Nope. Now before, this worked just fine. So what's the deal here? I'm trying to get it to highlight that line for me, and that's just not working. Okay, let me try this. There we go. All right, so let me get that line exactly lined up where I want it, and we'll draw the point. So here is the point in question. This is the y-intercept, and I know that by simply looking at the line. It's where it crosses the y-axis. And this point is going to be an ordered pair. It's 0 left to right and down 3. So the y-intercept is -3. This is also known as baby b in the slope-intercept formula. It is b, so we would say b equals -3. So just vocabulary to show you the definitions of the intercepts. Okay, I think I can get a next term in here. Actually, I think I'm going to stop this video because the next thing is about intervals.